Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Taru and today it is time to go through every single makeup product that I used up in 2025. And it's a fair amount, but it still fits on my vanity, so that's good. Um, I am like, if you haven't followed me for a long, I am on a low buy no buy journey. That I've been on it for a while already. I have been panning for many years, so this is kind of, I've used up the easy ones. I don't really buy things except to replace things, so I kind of want to see a lot of products, but I don't want to see a lot of products because I don't want to make too much waste, but then I do want to go through the products. But then I'm like, but a lot of these are like things I've bought recently, and then it's, well, yeah, it's a mixed feeling to have accomplished something panning wise, but then looking at all of the trash I'm gonna throw away, and it's like, but I love beauty and makeup, so we all have our things, right? That was a weird intro. I don't know, but let's go through category by category, and I'm gonna also compare how I did last year, so we can see a bit of a comparison if this was a similar year. Primer. I used up one, and this was actually a free gift from Revolution, XX Revolution. This was nice. It had a very slight sheen, not necessarily a shimmer, bright light primer. So I enjoyed it. It was hydrating. I wouldn't mind using it again, but probably won't buy that one. Using up one primer is pretty much what I have done for a lot of years now. Then moving on to foundation, I actually used up 3, which was surprising, but they weren't full, any of them. So I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. I have the shade Light Beige. This works for me during summer, but otherwise it's a bit dark, but I do like this one, and it's easy for me to get. So I think I might get it again, although I think this is the lightest one I can get from the stores. So I don't know, but I do like it. Then I used up the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I don't know which color this was, but it looked darker outside the bottle than it was inside, which was surprising because usually it goes the other way around. But I also like this one. Nothing special, but it's done. This was also just 20 mils, so easier to get through. And then I used this guy up, the Essence Hello Good Stuff Tinted Beauty Cream. Way too dark for me, so I had to mix it, even though this is the lightest shade, but it was way too dark. And it had enough coverage that it was obvious, even though it was a very light BB cream, so I wouldn't buy that one. So using up 3 foundation is actually quite rare for me. I haven't done that since the early stages of my panning, when I had a lot of like half-used stuff, and last year I only used 2, so not too different, because all of them were like half used. Let's talk about this in here. This is the white foundation mixer that I used with both Catrice and the BB cream, and you can tell it's not white anymore because I dumped the last of the BB cream in here and then used them both up, because I thought I could then use the pump again because the white wasn't pumping out anymore. it didn't work, so I just had to scrape with a spatula, but they are all gone. And this I've had for a lot of years already, so it was good to have this done because it was getting thick. But now my only foundation is too dark, so I definitely need to buy probably a white mixer and a lighter foundation. So yeah, I need to do that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because today my face, not too bad on camera, but I had to dig out an old foundation sample that says like ivory something, and I was like, okay, let's see. Way too dark, had to do some concealer, white powder salvaging, but it's not too bad on camera. But yeah, I definitely, yeah, that I'm in trouble now that I finished those up. Concealers, I used up 3. Last year I used up only 1, but that was a huge XX Revolution one, so kind of no surprise. And I think concealer is something that changes a lot between the years, because sometimes you just happen to have small concealers and whatnot. Used up the e.l.f. This was the hydrating camo concealer in the shade Fair Rose. Nice, like pale shade, but I think it was too pale to have good coverage, so maybe I could try this in like a summer shade to see if it has better coverage, or just try the regular one, not the hydrating one. But I feel like I would like the hydrating one more with my skin, so I don't know, but it was fine. It was fine to use. Kind of same thing with the Uoma Beauty Woke, is it called Woke concealer? I think it is. And I had the shade White Pearl T0.5. Again, good winter shade, but the coverage was lacking, which again, I have a feeling that is because it's so pale, but I don't know. So I don't even know if Uoma Beauty even exists anymore, but didn't really like that one. Then I had a PS liquid concealer, medium coverage, whatever, my perfect color in ivory. This was very small. I also used this one to mix in with the BB cream a little bit, because I didn't I mean, there was nothing wrong with this one, but it was small. I used it up quickly. Nothing really to say about it. It wasn't bad, but not my favorite. Powder, I used up 2 compared to last year. I used up 4. Yeah, I go through powder quite a lot, depending if it's like a huge thingy or not. I had one very small, like a words. I almost like fell asleep sitting down at some point of the day, so I was like, I don't know if I should film, but then I got the energy, and now I'm here. Now I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I had a white fixing whatever, like not a setting powder, like a fixing powder that gave a bit of a sheen that I used to blend everything together. It was small, it was easy to use up, it was a free gift. I don't care. e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation in the shade Fair 120N. This I actually got from Ruth. I don't know why she decluttered it. Maybe it was too pale, because it was also very pale. I needed to use it in the beginning of the year, but it was kind of nice, quick, and easy. I wouldn't have filmed with this one probably, but it was like, I need something on my face, so it was good for that. Maybe a better color match, I would enjoy it more, but it was fun to try. I haven't really tried powder foundations before, so I don't know if this counts as a foundation or a powder, but I think I used it some days to also do a little setting action, so it was kind of both. But I used it up. I maybe could try a different shade of that. Maybe. I don't know. Where are we? Okay, then moving on to cheeks. Bronzers. I used up this bronzer over here, and then I used this bronzer over here, and if you were looking at the two empty pans, the highlighter actually lives here now. So I removed it and put it here so I can toss this blush and never see it again, because I don't like shimmery blush, I don't like peachy blush. So I used up the bronzer and will get rid of the blush. And yeah, highlighter is here. I'm gonna use it up this year, but yeah, bronzer was used up. So 2 bronzers in 1 year, that is pretty nice. And that is actually what I used last year as well. It was 2 of, well, it was actually from, it was from here as well. And I had another one of these bronzers as well. So I used up 2 of those last year, similar size, bit bigger. So yeah, 2 bronzers. That is nice. I don't think, and let's see. Okay, 1 year I have used 3 bronzers, but I think that was a palette with like 2 grams or something. But yeah, 2 is pretty great. Then blush. I did use up a whole blush, and it was, I don't know, half used, but it had a huge pan, so I didn't use up the whole thingy. It says it has 4 grams, but it ended up having way more than that. Last year I did not finish any blushes, so let's see, how many blushes? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the 4th blush I've ever used, but I think the others were, one was definitely a liquid blush, and one was a very small blush. Now I can't think of what the 3rd one was, but I think this, oh, it was a Elf Duo. Yeah, that wasn't too big either. So this was definitely the biggest blush I've used, powder blush. So that was nice. Then highlighters. I had big plans for this year, and I ended up using kind of one, kind of not even the whole thing. Because I used up the very pale pink portion of this triple baked whatever. It says it's a blusher. Yeah, these probably would be more of a blush shade, but like I said, I don't do shimmery blush, especially like highlight shimmery. Like no. So I used up what I wanted, what worked for my skin as a highlighter, and the rest of this is going away. So I kind of used the one-ish. And that's what I used up last year as well, and the year before, and yeah. Then I had used previously some smaller highlighters, like multiple in a year, but let's hope the number is bigger in a year when I do this again. Brow products, I didn't use up any because I have just the one, and I've been using eyeshadow, and I didn't finish my decade old, no, it actually might be a decade old brow powder. Now that I'm thinking, we are in 2026, and I think 2016 was when I started accumulating more than I needed. Okay, eye primer. I used up one, and that doesn't happen every year because these suckers take forever. I do have one that I was also using, so, but like, yeah, these just take forever to use. But it's done. I love this one. It's the best I've tried. So when I use up the one I have left, this would probably be the one I repurchased, because I have forgiven Wet n Wild for their going into China thingy, because they're doing what they can and staying cruelty free. as far as we know. So, love it. Then, let's see, eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I just used one black from Catrice. This was the waterproof one, and I kind of like this one. Did it have a brush or it has a very, very small brush, which I like. It took some getting used to at first because I usually use these, but I liked it. I might buy it again because I feel like this is not as black as it used to be. I don't know what has happened, but I feel like it's less black, and this was blacker, so I might go back to this one. Did I finish? Like, I used up one liquid eyeliner last year as well, so they last me a while. Pencil wise, I used one tiny black one, and then I used 2 colors from this multicolored one, and now this is empty. So I used up the silver and the purple this year, and now it's finally done. So this kind of has been counting as one in my inventory, even though it had 4 colors. So I don't know if it's like, did I finish 2 or 3, but let's say I finished up 3 because I did use up 2 colors. Did I use up? I used up 3 last year because I think I used up 2 from here and then, or something like that. I don't know. Let's go into the books. Okay, mascaras. This is the big chunk. Last year I used up 3 and now I have 5. So it was probably that I was just about to change. Because I think usually I go through 4-ish because I have 2 waterproof, 2 non-waterproof, or something like that. I have 2 non-waterproof ones. I tried Air Revolution 5D Whip Lift, and no, this is waterproof as well. What? I guess I think I used this one the whole year actually, because I use more waterproof than non. So I have 1 non-waterproof one and then 1 Revolution. This was not my favorite. Let's see what the one looked like. I don't remember. Yeah, it was the spiky thingy, rubbery. Don't like it, so that didn't work for me. This is still the best. The Essence Lash Princess. I use the green one for when I don't need my curl to hold as well. It does hold a little bit with this one, but the waterproof is just where it is for me. It holds my lashes curled all day, and I appreciate that a lot. Okay, then where are we? Let's do eyeshadow. So I finished this one completely. The brush is falling. There was 3 shades left in the beginning of 2025. I finished them and it's all gone, and I am now ready to throw this away. Because when I finished it, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll keep the brush, but yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want to like hold on to it. I don't need to. It's, what am I gonna do with it? Just no. So 3 from here, also 3 from here. I finished this one completely. These don't belong in here originally, so there was 3 original shades left from this palette. I finished them, so I'm not gonna throw this away, but I finished the original palette, if that makes sense. And then my this year's main palette, what is it? This is 16, so 13 shadows from here, which was amazing. I almost got all 16, but not quite, so I used up those. And then in my palette leftovers, I also used 2 little thingies. Deep-Potted Shadows Elf I Heart Revolution. I feel like I finished, oh yeah, it's in my this year's palette. I finished at least one setting shade. Did I? Wait a minute. There's already something pressed into it. I feel like I also finished up this one. I should have the numbers correct on my spreadsheet. So I used up 23 individual eyeshadows, like from different palettes. Last year I used 12. So this was a great year. There might be some setting shades that I forgot to show you, but I think I should have it correctly, that it was 23, and that's pretty amazing. Okay, moving on to lips. I didn't use any lip liners. I didn't use any lipsticks or lip crayon, like the long types. Last year I was able to finish one lipstick, nothing else. Or no crayons or lip liners. Liquid lipsticks. I used up one last year. And this year I was able to use up 2, which was great. They weren't full by any means. This was a Revolution, Halloween, whatever in Bewitched. And then Colourpop Ultra Blotted in Slide. And I took the stoppers out and everything, but they became a bit dry. So there's still some left, but it's so dry that I couldn't really use it. So these are done, and that feels pretty amazing. This was the year of lip glosses for me. I bought some and I used up some. Last year I didn't use any. Previous years, I haven't had too many lip glosses apparently. I used up 3 of them, and at least this one was bought and used during last year. There is still a little bit in there. What happened, I think, is that I had it in my bag when I went somewhere and walked outside a little bit, and it was freezing. So I don't know if the temperature change kind of messed it up, because I put it on when I left, it was fine. I came home, maybe the next day was putting it on again. It smells horrible, just horrible. But I've had this with me previously, and I think it has been with me during freezing temperatures as well, but for some reason, but I got almost everything out. Like there were just tiniest bit that kind of bugs me as a panner, but it doesn't matter. Essence, berry, whatever, I don't know. It was nice. It was nice. And then I had a Revolution Ceramide Lip Swirl lip gloss. That was this was more of a treatment with a sheen. So that I used when I went for walks or stuff. So I could nourish my lips and they could look a bit more alive, but didn't have any shimmer or anything. And then similar packaging, Revolution Plump Me Up in Pink Glaze. Just basically a clear, non-shimmery, just sheen. And it was a tingly one, and my boyfriend absolutely hated this one, and he's very happy that it's out. He doesn't have to, I started to remember not to let him kiss me when I had this on, but then he would be all sad. So he's happy that this is out, and I promised not to buy these tingly ones again. To keep him happy. Of course I want him to kiss me, so we're done with those. I liked it. He was like, why are you wearing this? I'm like, it wakes me up. Like, I don't do caffeine, but this like, I don't know, maybe it could have caffeine on it, but it's fine on my lips. So like, it wakes me up. So Yeah, 3 lip glosses. That is pretty great. So 5 lip products all together. And then I just have one lonely nail polish that I used up. It was one of my oldest and it got very dry and I struggled painting my nails. I tried to do it, but then what happened, the rest of it I dumped out and painted my boyfriend's um, mask for like an event, kind of like an armor mask thingy that he made. So I painted some details with the nail polish because it didn't work on my nails anymore. So we got everything out. So now I can throw it away and it's not dangerous waste anymore. So that was all the products. There's a big thingy full of it, and now I get to empty it and start collecting new ones. But let's talk about totals. So total last year I used up 33 products. This year I used up 55. But remember, eyeshadows are 23 of those 55. So that was a big chunk, which was great because that is definitely what I have too much of. So if I kind of reflect on the thing I talked about in the beginning of like wanting to use things up but not wanting to make too much waste, like looking at the mascara tubes, it's like, because I buy this amount every year, like this is what I like buy and use every year. It feels kind of bad, but I look dead if I don't have mascara. Like my lashes are so blonde that you can't see them. Like it's just, I need to have that. Like I can't. Lip glosses, I use a lot of them that I also bought recently. So it feels a bit wasteful. Foundations, these were all old, so that's fine. But then these are things I buy more. Bronzer, blush, highlighter, that's great to finish up because I'm not replacing those. I have a back stock that I can just reach from and I have enough. So that's like, that feels great. Eyeshadow, great. But yeah, it kind of feels bad to see like this amount of just trash just because I want to look pretty. But I see it also as kind of like meditation, self-care, self-love thing. So it could be worse. It could be worse. And yeah, we are allowed to have some not so great things. Then I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't drink coffee. I do drink a little bit of tea and I like chocolate, so that's not very environmentally friendly of me, but like I'm a vegetarian, so if this is my kind of like carbon footprint, then okay, I can take it. But yeah, like I said, it feels good, but it feels bad to see all the trash. But then I compare myself to a lot of other people and it's like, okay, I don't use that much compared to some people. Not like I'm judging other people, but it kind of makes me feel better about myself. Like, okay, it could be worse. But anyway, if you have comments on that or feelings in either direction, do you agree, do you not, let me know. And let's see how this year looks like. I was also kind of surprised that I used it this much because I felt like this was a crappy year for me. But maybe it is because I couldn't go anywhere, but I was still at home putting on my makeup, so I was able to use things up. It just felt like I was just miserable and didn't have energy to do anything. But yeah, probably just reflected on my ability to go anywhere and do anything fun with people. I was just alone with my makeup. Sounds horrible, but yeah, that's health for you sometimes. But yeah, at least my makeup kept me company, so that's fun. And you guys, of course. This is a very nice low energy way for me, even when I'm almost falling asleep, I can still talk to you. So that is always great. So here is for a better new year. We'll see if panning wise it will be better or not. But even if I can just match this one, it would be kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Thank you so much if you watched this far, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.